Truth will always be truth, regardless of understanding, disbelief, or ignorance. Hey there, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, I don't know. We're not making a ton of movement right now with Bitcoin. Last I looked at it, still hanging out there around that 6.4 area, the high 6.3s. Look like we have some altcoins pulling in a few different directions. I think I seen Doge was up again. But if you do a little technical analysis, if you believe in that kind of thing, they're coming towards the end there, and they're going to have to break one way or the other. So I'm assuming it's going to be to the downside. But hey, you never know. We've been surprised by cryptocurrency and what it's going to do. Every time you turn around, it's going to do something amazing. It seems like or something completely unexpected. So guess what we got going on here today on Bitcoin and Coffee? We got Samantha over there in the chat.
Hi, everyone.
So, hey, Samantha, since you're hanging out with me today, would you pull up one of those screen share things so we can, take a look at this market cap together, see how we're a little bit below our normal key support level of the market cap at $200 billion. I think last I seen it, we were like 198. What is that? 194, am I seeing?
193.
193. Ouch.
It was 194 until I refreshed.
That's why that stuff's changing every minute. I always tell you this. You're going to be surprised with how quick cryptocurrency can move. I don't know if it's just because I went through that bull market of 2017 and it was like, wow, eye-popping. But as you can see here, we're continuing to gain more coins here towards the market cap So it's getting spread thinner and thinner. It seems like 1,930 coins, definitely heading towards that 2K mark. 24-hour volumes down a bit. Look at that, hitting near 11 billion. We got BTC dominance coming in at 56.3%. Like I said, some sideways movement. Ooh, look at that, 6314. What do you think, Sam? You think Bitcoin's going to go down? It's going to go up. What do you think the price of Bitcoin next week will be?
It will be worth one Bitcoin.
Oh,
yeah.
We're going to add a Meister hit,
huh?
We are. So we got Ethereum coming in at $191. That's down 2.7%. Below that $200 mark. I don't know. They always say that you got to go against the trends, and right now the trend is that everybody's calling Ethereum, dying. Like, that seems to be literally the word I think I keep seeing appearing over and over and over again. So
it's dying.
It's dying, right? So I guess if you would run against the trend, you'd be picking up at this Ethereum, calling it cheap. I don't know if I would be brave enough to make those kinds of moves. Not that I'm giving anyone financial advice, but I don't know. It is a number 2 spot, but EOS and everything else, these are emerging technologies, and you can be outdone, with the flip of a dime, just by having a little better coding, a little better compression, a little better marketing and networking skills. And apparently we see that people aren't very concerned with centralization as we thought they were with Bitcoin. We got XRapid coming in at 26.3 cents. That's down 4%. So they're taking a little bit of a hit there, getting near more than that standard day trading of 5%. Bitcoin Cash at 465. That's down almost 3% there. We got EOS. Ooh, they dropped below that $5 mark, down 2%. All right, let's see. We got Stellars at 19.1 cents. That's a little bit of green. Nice. Let's see if they can hold it, though. We got Litecoin at $53.76. It's on 1.23%. 123. Let's see. We got Cardano at 7 cents. Nice. Down 5.7%. That's a little bit of a hit there, too. What else we got going on our way down here to Steam? I'm not seeing anything impressive. What about you, Samantha? See a few 5%ers there. That's more than standard day trading. And, of course, Steam is one of them. Yes. Down 5.55%, coming in at 73 cents. I don't know. We keep saying ouch, but maybe it's our heads are still stuck in the ideal that we had Steam, and we really don't have Steam. We've already taken our losses on that one.
That's true.
You I have seen that holding Bitcoin for the things. I mean, I guess you go out there and find some obscure coin or something where it was better to hold that long term over Bitcoin. But so far, I've been finding that the best overall plan is to hold Bitcoin unless you like get lucky or have some insider trading. I think the only thing I ever did that was better than holding Bitcoin was, getting into Dash when it was real low and then getting rid of it when it was real close to the peak and the time frame in between was fairly short.
Yes, and now Dash is supposed to be dying as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's just some propaganda. They seem to be. I don't know. I've heard both ways about what's going on with them over in Venezuela. I've heard
good and bad.
Good and bad. Yeah, that they're over there making a difference, and then at the same time, I keep hearing that they're actually over there causing more harm than good.
Confusing the crap out of poor people who have nothing.
Confusing the crap out of poor people, probably. We got this new magical money, and it's on your phone. It's Dash.
Digital cash.
All right, you guys. I've got to keep plugging this one away. You guys have incentivized me even more to continue plugging this away by your, I think it was 2 different donations. One for $21 and some change, and one for $3 and some change. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So I know Samantha's ecstatic about it. I mean, I think this is going good. I think that, here in the forefront of it, just talking about it. Yes, you guys are wonderful, loyal viewers who are going to help us get there, and that's absolutely amazing. But I think on the backside of this, it might actually help quite a bit. I think that maybe the pictures and the video and the fact that we did it and we're not just talking about it, maybe it'll spread a little bit, especially since, this space is pretty small, especially since we've come down from the peak and we've been in the bear market for so long. It doesn't really take a lot to get around.
No, yes,
space.
Like we're all watching the same YouTubers at all times. I mean,
right. We're all watching the same YouTubers. We're all reading the same articles. We're all looking at the same Twitters
and the same. Yes, not that big.
So I don't know. Maybe it'll do a little something for us. Maybe it'll, we're like ducks over here. It's all calm on the top, but we're paddling like hell underneath. All right. Oh, yeah, let's come down here. 47 days. And as you can see right here and here are these wonderful donations.
There's a lot of 3s in that one. 3.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's stop this screen share. And let's go ahead and pull up the chat for Samantha. And there you go. Well, at least it's not a Monday. Right, Sam?
Yes. Yes. I have today off. So.
Lucky.
So lucky.
What are you gonna do with your day off?
Get random days
anything
off.
Good? You got like a project planned, or are you just gonna like veg out?
Got a few movies I really want to watch.
A few movies? Like what? Let's hear one.
What's the one? Oh crap. The little cartoon one, the next gen or whatever, yes.
The Netflix cartoon.
Yeah, do you
know what it's even about?
No, not really.
Not really. It's just a cartoon.
I like cartoons.
So, do we got anybody out here in the chat today? Good morning, people. I'm glad you're out here joining me for another cup of coffee.
We have Benjamin.
Yes, nice. Thanks,
Man, you're
buddy.
up real early again.
Yeah, well, he's on that commute to work. You got to hustle with the grind out there to make that money. It's tough. That's why when he's out there saying that he's given $1,000 out of his paycheck into Bitcoin, it's because not only is he out there working hard enough to make that kind of extra capital, but it's also the fact that he's showing that he doesn't want to do this forever and that he really wants to get into cryptocurrency so that hopefully when this stuff goes up, he can stop this, horrible getting up, going to work, making other people a lot of money type stuff.
He says so much positive news. I'm not the least bit concerned. So many clueless types have been scared out of crypto. Though, and that's sad to see. It is. I don't know. It's like at this point, this is all we've learned from the whole time we've been here. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like, stay, keep holding your stuff. I don't know. Why would you get out?
I don't know. I think that it's a complicated space. Then there's like high school drama that's added on top of it. Then there's a mixture of like scams in here and multi-level marketing and Ponzi schemes. And then you throw a little bit of ignorance in with it, and boom, you got the cryptocurrency space. Because it seems like people step in real quickly with this ideal of making a lot of money. And it seems like really the only people that get in and stick in through long-term values are the people that get in for the idealism, that get in for the ideal of decentralized cryptocurrency, for a better money, for sound financing.
Yeah, because I don't think when we found out about it that we were all like, yeah, man, we're going to get rich.
No,
it was just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
When we got into Bitcoin, it was $700, and the quick run up to the 1,000 when they said that it was a parative with gold, it was $1,100, and then we broke the Mt. Gox tie for all-time high. And when we were in during all of that time, those were the small things that, you know, got us investing more. You know what I mean? Like jumping in and putting more money than, you know, the $10 a week I think I had it set at originally, to, you know, going a little bit more all in, because we've seen the capability of making money. But it just happened to be that we were at the beginning of the bull market. Like, we had some good timing, you know.
Okay, so we have Silent Lamb here.
Awesome. Hey, buddy.
He says, if you look back at the long-term year, we've already bottomed. I'm buying. And we have Vengeance saying, man, the Gemini dollar is going to eat Tether's lunch.
Yep.
All right. So
that's my first news. We're jumping in too quick here. All right. So we got the Gemini dollar. It's going to be running on the Ethereum network. It's going to be a 1-to-1 pairing with the US dollar. A few good things is that, I mean, it's pretty much coming out of New York. It's going to have that New York regulation. It's going to be in a bank. It's going to be monthly reviewed. It's going to be FDIC insured. I mean, this is the stable coin that people are looking for. You know, I'm pretty sure they're going to have billions of dollars in this. I really don't see them not. You know what I mean, Samantha?
They've been trying for a while. I mean, the wrinkles are really going. Like,
they're getting at it. But I mean, the problem is there enough? You know what I mean? Is there enough stable coin for the price not to be manipulated or whatever? And is there enough to be able to provide for everyone out there that want to jump, you know, from cryptocurrency? Is there also enough market pairings, things like that? Mm-hmm. So first, I want to see other exchanges pick up the Gemini dollar. That one's going to be a little difficult. And then I want to see more pairings on the Gemini exchange itself for different cryptocurrencies paired with the, you know,
with their dollar. Yeah.
So once I see those, I mean, then I definitely am going to be all in that this is going to eat up Tether. It's going to eat up the true USD. It's going to eat up, I think there's like 15 or 20 other different attempted stable coins out there. So it's good. I mean, it's nice to see somebody else getting out there. Traders are going to trade. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I mean, it always helps with those tax purposes, because whenever you actually go back into the US dollar bill, you have to pay tax, I think it is. And when you go into the stable coin and then back into a cryptocurrency, there is no tax.
Yeah, because you're still like in limbo or whatever.
You're still in limbo. You're in crypto limbo.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Paul Rouleau here. He says, good morning. Good morning.
Nice, buddy.
Silent Lamb says, y'all should use Volturo. Met the CEO. Shit's legit.
Okay.
I'll look into that. I know I've heard of it. I just don't. No. Yeah. John is here. He says, good morning. And Truth Monster.
Nice. I'm glad you guys are joining me out here for a cup of coffee today.
He asked if we watched the Roger Ver whoop Jimmy and Tone on the boat. No, we did not watch the debate.
No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't see it. Like, has anybody uploaded it yet? And if so, who? Because, I mean, I didn't see it this morning when I was looking for crypto news and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I had heard that they were debating and everything. I hadn't caught the links to it. But at the same time, it's early in the morning when I get going on this stuff. I guess I do miss a few things. I also try to hunt out the positive news. You know, as you sit there and you flick through all those titles and everything, there is so much. It's always about the price. It's always about blah, blah, blah. And it's like, just by the title alone, half of them you can tell you don't want to bother reading. Yes. So I tried to pick out some of the better ones. One of the better ones I did find today, well, I don't know better, but one of the ones I thought that was a little bit more relevant, I guess. I don't think this is a good thing, but we got Citigroup out there. They're going to be issuing crypto tickets. It's a digital ADR, an American deposit receipt.
None of that sounds good. Like that whole sentence did not
American
sound good.
Deposit receipt, right?
And Citigroup. Like,
right.
That's Citibank. Like that's city. That's all the cities. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big banking corporation. They're looking to help people with that whole custodian thing. They're gonna they're gonna have cryptocurrency, and they're gonna print you digital tickets, and it's gonna represent cryptocurrency. I know we're all just laughing at this one right now.
Like the bank
we're all
things,
thinking,
right?
yeah,
Yes.
that's the same thing that everyone's thinking. Is that how do you know that what they're holding and what they printed out are the same? You know, what happens if they get hacked? What happens if all of these other case scenarios?
What happens if everybody wants to take their whatever out at the same time?
Yeah. So, of course, this is not, I don't know. It's another one of those silly groups.
Is this the one that was also for only accredited investors? Or is this for everybody?
No, this was for everybody.
Okay. Oh, I remember. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We read a few
that
of
article.
them this morning.
Yes, the article that was super confusing about something else. Yes.
I mean, it just sounds silly to me. I don't know who's going to want to go out and buy these things. The process of learning to hold your private keys is really not all that complicated. I mean, I think people are making it out to be a bigger deal than what it is. I think it's more of the multi-signature situation when you got a lot of people that actually own something all together. You know, that's going to be part of the problem.
I think
it's also the same thing. Somebody was pointing out in one of my, like, in the comment section yesterday, you know, when it comes to cryptocurrency, the big problem, or one of the bigger problems is that the people that need it because they don't have money. The system's not working for them. They don't have dollar bills. They're not living on credit, which is how most of America operates. Most of America doesn't have any money. There's not a ton of money in the bank or anything like that. They're operating on some sort of credit system. They go to their weekly job, they get their paycheck, they hand the whole thing over to like 3 to 5 credit cards. They hand it over to the bank with the mortgages, and everything's auto deducted from their cards and everything else like that. So it's working for them. You know what I mean? As long as they keep going to their jobs, everything's great because they just keep ringing up credit.
Yeah, that's the point of debt. As long as you keep,
So they're not going to come over, and those people can't get in. I mean, they're not letting credit cards. You can't go out and get a bunch of credit to get into cryptocurrency. They want real dollar bills.
Yeah, they're shutting it down. I remember, yes, all the, oh no, you cannot buy off of an exchange. You cannot, yep. I don't know. I think it's...
Oh, we've got somebody new over there.
Yes, Edward Ryan says good morning.
Good morning, Edward. Thanks for joining us out here today.
And Pension said he's transferring it to his phone because he's got to get in the shower. I think it's more of that people never, like, it's the same concept as like when, I mean, even if you know how to cook, you know how to do like something like mechanically with your car, like people don't have faith in themselves anymore and the capabilities that they can do this stuff on their own. Now everybody's mindset is, I need to go to a professional. I need to go to someone that I can sue or have a warranty for, or, and that's the problem. It's not that hard to keep your stuff yourself and not have custodial stuff like that you need to have,
right.
But people feel secure because that is everyone's mindset.
Yeah, I guess it's a modern day thinking thing to have. I mean, insurance. Everything's insured. My car is insured. My boat's insured.
Yep,
my house is insured.
Because I know if something happens, I will get my money back.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're poor and we don't have insurance. Like, I don't think anything's insured. Our car has the bare minimum insurance.
Yeah,
I mean, I actually lost a sailboat because somebody robbed it and burned it down.
Yep.
I mean, this was like 7-8 years ago.
It was moored like out in the middle.
It was moored out in the river, and they robbed it. And the way they cover up the evidence is they burn them down so that they sink below the water line. Well, mine was an old 1975 no, it was 28
foot. It was 28, yeah.
And then it didn't sink.
Because it was made out of teak wood or whatever, and it did not sink. It was like Nordic fire, like burning, like floating and burning.
So that was a fun call at 3 in the morning.
Yes, but I mean, like, we never recouped that because we didn't have any kind of insurance on it.
I don't know. And I guess, that's what they want. They want to know that, hey, the digital space is, I never learned it. I'm not real smart. I can barely work my iPhone. Hackers are everywhere. When I come to this cryptocurrency space, I understand enough to know that hackers are everywhere and they're stealing all of this digital
And
stuff.
you can't,
And
I can't
want to
blame
protect
anybody
it.
if
So
something happens.
they want insurance. They want to know that if it gets stolen, that it's going to be replaced, or someone's responsible, or they can point the finger, or they can go hire their lawyer like they're used to. I mean, I don't know. I guess these things would work for a short period of time as we slowly move into the future and things are the way they are now. I mean, just like how we're seeing people go after and arrest a guy from BitConnects, and we're seeing lawsuits against Ethereum and Ripple and all these other things. But whether or not
AT&T guy, and
against the cell phone company, whether or not this is actually going to boil down to the end of the day of it doing something or them being forced into providing better services.
I mean, I don't know.
It's been one of the new topics that people keep talking about, custodianship being one of the issues, is that nobody wants to be responsible enough to take custodialship of their own cryptocurrency. And that's why there's all of these platforms that have been built for these credited investors that are going to be buying millions of dollars worth of, Bitcoin and other digital assets. It's a complicated situation where there is no actual right or wrong, answer, because I mean, do we really kind of care if, say, somebody like a bank buys, a few $1 million worth of Bitcoin and Ether and this and that, and then somebody comes in and steals it from them because they don't do their due diligence and don't have it, protected properly, and they don't break it up and do all the things that they're supposed to do in order to keep it safe. So if somebody comes in and steals it, I mean,
I wouldn't care if Citibank doesn't have, but I mean, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but then at the same time, it's going to be on the flip side of this coin is, what about when there's the bad player out there where we're raising money to be able to go feed the hungry or something, and that account gets hacked, because there isn't the proper protection on that kind of account, because there is no real one person behind it that's, invested enough to put all of the security on it that it needs. So it's like there is no right or wrong answer to all of this stuff. It's just pretty much that we need to develop better security. And that's why they talk about all of this being early days, that this is like the beginning of email, and, we're all like using our 14.4 modems right now, buzzing back and forth, trying to get this thing up and going. But it's that because we've already done it with the internet, we know that this stuff is going to be the same way. And in the future, we're just going to be, and I'm going to be like, here, Sam, let me send you some money. And I'm going to go like this, and it's like going to flick Bitcoin at you. And it's going to go in the background, and all these apps and programs are going to work and make it private and anonymous and all these other, well, those are the same words.
Yes, they are.
But it's going to make it anonymous, and it's going to send it to you, and it's going to cost me like no fees, and it's going to use like 2 or 3 different layers of networks. And it's all coming down the pipeline because technology moves faster than biology. So I think that we'll see it before we're old and I'm sitting around with a cane and my hair's all falling out. I think we'll see it.
I think we'll be giving Bitcoin to our grandkids.
I think it's going to be, I think that if we're actually smart enough and we save enough Bitcoin, we won't have family Bitcoin that they get to live off of the dividends kind of deal. And not like through the forks and stuff like that, but just, I mean, at some point,
like
Lightning knows that everyone's going to have a channel at some point. And like now how the banks are operating and big corporations, they're going to want to have their own. And if, hey, we get a couple Bitcoins all together and we go stake them on there, we may not have the greatest channel, but we'll have a channel that can make some revenue. And with the price of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and, my fingers crossed, what I think and believe happening, maybe Eugene's children could live off of it as long as, you don't go catch it all out when
he
dies.
Doesn't want to do a Lambo all of a sudden. Oh, they're dead. Lambo. I just didn't want to hear Dad's mouth. Lambo. All right. So Tech Lords is here. He says good morning. Richard Pickett is here. He says inside job.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know. Yes. And that's the other part of how we're seeing, like, okay, I don't know if I believe the man, but the one horrible Italian YouTuber man, which I don't remember his name.
Vincent Viatori.
There we go. But how
I love the way he's like, hey, it's me, Vincent Venatori.
okay.
I would totally hang out with that guy.
But how when he had done his thing and he had done his video and he was talking about how it was last year, but that he thought Exodus had robbed him and it was an inside job.
Oh yeah, because he lost
Yes,
75,000.
75,000. Yes, and it was like I don't know how they got all my stuff.
Right, and they had messaged him through Twitter or
Yep,
whatever.
and an email, and it was the real Exodus like wallet and the people, and I mean, but it's like it's that same. At some point, you just like he said in the video that he now knows that you have to take personal responsibility, and you have to realize that whatever you do is on you in this space.
And that's part of like, I mean, cryptocurrency is going to be an awakening to America for sure, because part of cryptocurrency is that all of this silliness that people use to delude themselves on a daily basis is not going to exist anymore when you have sound money. You don't just get to go out there and buy your Whoppers and Nikes and, Starbucks cup of coffee on credit all the time. You have to actually work and have money. You actually have to be moving something around. Some of it just seems silly how so much is created out of nothing. Everybody thinks that they deserve something for nothing.
Nobody deserves anything except air.
A lot of people think that they can just sit around and, just their existence is enough, that they should be rewarded in life with all the food and all the drink and a nice little roof over their head and a car to drive down the road, where you shouldn't. There's a lot of people in third world countries that don't get those things on a daily basis, and then they go out and they work really hard just to keep whatever sort of shack by American standards, they would have over their head. And here in America, everyone just takes that for granted, and they go out and start getting public assistances and using all sorts of programs, and people use it deviously to get more than they should receive. I mean, these things won't happen in cryptocurrency. There won't be all of these financial aid type of situations, because America won't be able to just print the money out to be able to help, accommodate the masses, the populace, and that's when it's going to turn, like, lazy people are going to get screwed.
Yeah. But the lazy people are also the ones that are going to be flocking to the custodial type stuff, because they're too lazy and too scared to do it themselves. And they'll be the ones thinking, well, if it backfires, I get to call up blah blah blah's customer service.
I mean, you can tell that at some point there will be a boiling point where things are going to have to break, and it can't be that the government and society keeps spoon feeding all of these ignorant people saying that we're all equal, when unfortunately the hard aspect of it is that some of us are harder workers, some of us are more intelligent, some of us are driven, and some of us are living like with blinders on, where they only see themselves.
Yes, and it's not even intelligence. It's that, I mean, if you don't want to get woke, if you don't want to learn more, then you're not going to, regardless of your intelligence. If you're in your happy little ostrich in the, head in the sand likeness, and your bubble is good, why would you go searching outward? Like, why would you be trying to find another bubble? Your grass is green enough on your side.
I mean, and everybody kind of knows somebody like this. I mean, I can think, we know that one, I won't say her name, but she's in her mid-30s. She lives at home still. She works for her mom at her own business. They provide her vehicle. She doesn't do anything and has no interest in doing anything.
I've known many, I mean, sadly, it's mostly women when you start actually, or it's the creepy dudes that live in the parents' basement. I think you just got a vote convention stuff.
Right there.
But no, like, maybe that's also why there's not as many women in the actual crypto space, because I mean, if you're being able to go to the hair salon and getting your hair dyed and get your fake nails and get to carpool your kids around and not have to worry about that, why would you be caring about any of this? Oh, my husband's paycheck does enough. Oh, my baby's daddy sends me, so why do I need to find a better way of using money and a better money? I like the money I have. We have Richard, Tech Lord says he is testing the Samurai Bitcoin wallet.
Nice.
Yes.
I hear that they're implementing, Fire, it's on like Firewall, it's something like that. It's going to add extra jumps into the transaction to make it harder to do block analysis, or actually make them have to spend more money in block analysis as a deterrent.
Right, like, you hit the wall.
It's one of the newer ones. So big plus there. I have one downloaded on my wallet too. I was actually thinking that would be the wallet I would use for. You guys, like I said, we're ducks over here, and I'm always paddling on the bottom side. And I'm thinking that everything, like I was telling you guys, I hope that this EDC thing goes good, and I hope that we get a little more traction because, we actually went out and did something. The next one I was thinking was maybe to try for Ultra, but we'd be looking at over $1,000 we'd be asking for it. And I was thinking of using
like March.
And I was thinking of using the Samurai wallet for that one. So, I was thinking that that's how I'd go about trying out these different wallets. Because I've, downloaded tons of different wallets to check them out, but you just look at them. You don't actually put cryptocurrency in them half the time, and then you delete them. And part of the user experience is moving funds in and out and testing it around and having it for several days or weeks. So I'll talk all about that one when I start using it.
We have Richard Pickett is saying, what is so wonderful about these cryptocurrencies is that you are your own banking system.
You are.
Yeah.
And the more you put into it, the closer you are to your own banking system, because still a lot of people, there's still this breakdown between everybody has a ledger, everybody has a hardware wallet. Well, with these ledgers on these hardware wallets, you're actually relying on a third-party system in order to run the node. You're using these other third-party systems. You can link them to your own. Yes, I know. But a majority of the time you're using theirs. You're just plugging it in. So you can go a step further. You can get your own air-gapped computer. You can run your own nodes. You can, what I mean?
Yes, that's what Trace Mayer likes to tell all the time.
You can take those extra steps so that you are 100% completely independent. And that step is... Like if you're in karate, you want to go to the black belt. If you're into the chakra stuff, you're trying to open your third eye. Well, if you're in cryptocurrency, you're trying to move to that state there where you are completely operating independently of all third parties.
Yes, the monetary sovereignty. Yeah. Yes. I like the way that sounds. I need a shirt that just says that. But then people will ask, no one reads anymore.
Nobody reads anymore. What's your shirt say? What's your shirt say? The problem of America, right?
No one reads anymore. Like nothing. No signs, like nothing. We have a register that has all over it cash only because the pin pad is down. Think anybody reads them? No. No. So we have Jim. He said made it. We have
awesome.
Edward Ryan says, I use Exodus for small amounts and for paper wallets for security.
Yeah, I mean, the ideal that he had $75,000 in the Exodus wallet, I think he even said himself, was not the smartest.
Yes, he was like, that was not the best idea.
I mean, more than $500, right? I mean, how much money would you carry around in your pocket? If you wouldn't carry it around in your pocket, hardware wallet.
I don't even know if I'd carry around $500 in my wallet, but yes.
I know a lot of people say $500. Everybody's different because I usually don't like to carry much cash at all. So, I mean, $200. We're like, hardware wallet.
Jim says fractional lending creates money and will ultimately cause our demise. And yet again, we will pick up the banker's tab.
The problem at BitMix and why they think that the price is down is that everybody's over there doing Forex trading right now. So that's what could be causing price suppression on Bitcoin. And that the only way around it is for everybody to get off of BitMix and more people to get in the cryptocurrency space and to create more demand. It's just... At some point, Bitcoin will overcome all of these problems. It has been overcoming problems since we've been here. We've seen problem after problem after problem. And just like, a virus adapts to continue to keep living, Bitcoin continues to keep adapting in order to keep going. And every time, like Chinese news used to mess us up, right?
Yeah.
The volatility in the market used to swing. We've seen the ICOs come in and, maybe I'm thinking part of this. Wow, they're just going.
Birdies.
I think part of this might be that,
the bear over there.
the Ethereum selling off and everything could maybe, you know how Bitcoin brings the price of everything up?
Yeah.
Well, maybe Ethereum coming down could be bringing Bitcoin down with it too.
I don't know. See, there's a lot of loyal Ethereum. This is like that horrible, like, where people have loyalty to certain things. And I mean, it's that we're loyal to Bitcoin, so it's not like, you know.
I know it's hard to see out of your own, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to be completely non-biased at some times.
There is quite a few people, though, that really, really, really wanted and thought and are still thinking that Ethereum is the most amazing thing in the world. And I don't know, because it's looking like less and less that it is.
Did I ever get to the last news here? I got some EOS hack stuff.
I don't think so.
All right. Let's make sure.
Just kept on going.
All right, we got EOS out here. I mean, everyone's all kind of for them. I mean, they got so many transactions per second. Problem is they're centralized. You know what I mean? It's not Bitcoin. It's far from it. But we got dApps out there running better than they do on Ethereum because they got the free transaction. Supposedly, that's been the big problem. Everyone's running a jumping ship over to EOS. Well, we're looking at a hack. It wasn't even a big hack. It was about $24,000. It was at deos.bet or deosbet. I think they're just looking to stick the EOS in here. The guy went and deposited about 33 EOS into an account there. Due to problems with the smart contract, he was able to pull out about 4,728 EOS, which is coming to that $24,000. We're looking at, I don't know what I'd call it. Maybe some of the growing pains. Like, it just, to me, this is sounding a little familiar. You know, EOS came out. You know, the price was pumped up. The price came back down. A lot of people were talking crap about it. Then they're getting a lot of supporters. There's something out in the woods. They're, like, looking at the woods really intensely. Yeah.
All right.
I don't see a bear, so.
So whatever else it is.
That's a real possibility. All right. So we got EOS. They're starting to get their growing pains. We also got EOS, bet.io. They had a lot of bugs and were forced to go offline. It's just that these smart contracts, once they start rolling out, you know, the way of the cryptocurrency has been lately is, you know, you write a bunch of freaking code and you throw it out there and you see what happens. And when the problems start, you just jump in and you try to fix it, which is not how, you know, things are done on Bitcoin.
Oh, the patches. I love the patches.
The patches.
It sounds so horrible.
I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, it's just probably due to the centralization, they're not going to have any, like, big DAO fiasco. You know, with the centralization behind it, they're going to be able to make sure that these things are shut down before they get out of control. I mean, they probably could do something about this 24,000 if they wanted. They just go right into the account, grab them, pull them back, stick them back in. I think they were just being pretty nice about it. That's all right. You got us.
Like, all right, we won't show you how centralized you really are. So we have.
Well, is it worth it? Because I mean, the $24,000 that they'd be getting back, I mean, it would be a big ruckus in the space.
Yeah.
If you know, two of the two of the block propagators, you know, paired up together and were able to like go in and like grab this guy's funds and literally pull them out of his account and stick them in another account against his. I mean, but if we seen couple million, you know they would.
Oh yeah, they would. I'm sure there is some like dollar amount that they'll be all like, all right, well, this is not happening. Like, no, active EOS God, no. So Jim says Ledger and staking wallets is all that he uses. Ryan said, or Edward Ryan says, hit the like button, people.
Yes, don't forget to like, share, comment down below if you guys are watching this and it's not live.
Hit the bell notification.
Yes, hit the bell notification so you can know when we go live. But hey, I put it out here. I try to make my videos consistent so that you guys don't have to hit the bell notification. It's 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. We've been doing pretty well with that one.
So it might be the butt crack of dawn for you. Could be the night. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some that are night. Yeah, okay. Jim says I shut down all my Ether miners. They became unprofitable. Yeah. I mean, I don't even.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to think about people who had just bought the Ethereum ASIC miners and how there was that company that had recently just got into Ethereum mining. I mean, yeah,
that just sounded ridiculous.
Still supposedly heading towards proof of stake if they can get some of their scaling going. I know a lot of people, but it seems to be the sentiment lately to be down on Ethereum. So I don't know. That kind of scares me a bit too. When everyone is all running in one direction, I like to stop and take pause. And it's just like too many people are saying too much of the same thing.
Yeah, just like how I mean, I don't remember which one, but they were saying that Vitalik himself was talking crap about Ethereum. And it's like, wow, really? Really? Like, it's okay, that's cool.
It's just the problem is that it's not scaling, but it's not centralized enough like EOS is in order to have the free transactions and in order to be able to have the scaling rate. Like, it's just the second they looked at Bitcoin, they saw the problems with Bitcoin, and they came up with the next best thing, right? And then they looked at EOS, or they looked at Ethereum, and they said, all right, well, this is working, but you know what? We can do one better. Then they came out with something more. Then they looked at that and they said, hey, you know what? I got one more for you. And they came out with EOS.
Jim says, I wonder if anyone has figured out how much Block 1/EOS actually has from the $4 billion raised since Ethereum got crushed.
Right. I mean, they're down to 1 billion if they held any, or if they've sold it all, then that could be part of the reason of why the Ethereum price has been down. They've been slowly bleeding it into the market. Every single day they sell off a few thousand, few 100,000.
It was the same. It was the same Italia dude, but how when he did the one where it was the whole EOS, like, you know, like 10 people from their block whatness that was doing the panel, and it was just funny where they were like, oh, well, we don't really know what we're doing for the 4 billion yet. And it's like, wait, you don't know what you're spending 4 billion on? As like a company, as a you know, as something, you don't know what you're spending 4 billion on. $4 billion.
Well, all right, it's that the community picked up EOS, Block 1. They're the ones that got paid to create the code, so they pulled like a Satoshi Nakamoto and like made code, dropped it on the world, and then said peace out. Yes. Well, they took $4 billion for doing it.
Yes, but they didn't actually peace out, and they didn't, you know, yes. I mean,
they're pulling strings in the background. They're the Illuminati.
Well, they're definitely not Satoshi. I mean.
All right, you guys. Is there anyone, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I guess I'll start wrapping this up. I see that we're getting near 8:30. I got to get going this morning. I know Samantha has the day off.
But today is trash day.
Today is trash day. Tuesdays are trash day. All right, you guys. As always, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed for you guys down below to help you guys figure out these cryptocurrency markets. If you see something that I'm missing down there, go ahead, send me a link to it. I'll go ahead and add it to the list down there below. If you want to get out here and you want to hang out with me on air and you want to maybe do one of the weekend Q&As, or you want to join me for the morning show, I would love to have you out here. You don't have to be a coder or anything. I'm looking for the average, everyday, regular person, because we're the ones that are going to make the difference. Cryptocurrency, or mostly Bitcoin, is the people's money. And, you know, we want to talk to the people who are investing in it and the reasons why they believe in it and what it's doing to change their lives. Let's see what else we got. We got donational addresses down there to help fund the channel. If you got any of that cryptocurrency, the donate to the EOS fund. EOS. EDC. Too many acronyms. Donate to the EDC fund, the Electric Daisy Carnival, where we're going to get out there to tinker, field, and do the legwork for you guys and spread the word of Bitcoin to everyone.
Don't donate to the EOS fund.
Donate. Let's see. Anything else I'm supposed to be plugging? Check out my Twitter and other social media. I think we broke 1100 finally. I think I had 1101 or 1102 this morning, so that's awesome. We lost 2 subscribers on YouTube, I think. Steam hasn't been growing too much. Still on Minds. Not seeing much action over there, but still posting, still trying to grow the community. Anything else in that chat there, Samantha?
Jim says Vincent B's video last night on that was hilarious. Yes, it was. No, you shut up. Shut up. Stop talking.
It does seem like going out and branching out into comedy is going to be one of the next ways to continue to keep these cryptocurrency videos lively enough for people to want to watch.
Crypto Daily. I mean, it was amazing what he put on, the little costumes and everything, the personas. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Smarter, funny people. Smarter, funny.
Well, then what are we? Because we're neither. All right, you guys. Go out there. Try to have a great day. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.